let's just get this out of the way. I'm fat, and this is a Bush shirt. It's an anti-Bush shirt, but it says Bush on it. So I'm not a fat redneck. I'm just fat, okay? And I'm voting for Ron Paul, so you know where my fucking political stance is at. Now let me just get onto the fucking facts of this story. Now this kid, right? He gets tasered. Now I'm gonna tell you what I think happened and how it went down. Now this kid, he goes up. He asks a bunch of questions, like probably 3 or 4 ridiculous questions that make no sense. He's asking about voter suppression and why'd you succeed and weren't you in the Skull and Bone Society with George Bush, you know? And then he gets grabbed, and then he gets restrained, and then he gets fucking tasered. Now, that's all well and good, but I'm gonna tell you what I think happened. Now, I'm gonna set a scenario for you. If we were at a county fair and people were up there talking about God knows what, and then Bubba goes up there and starts talking about some shit, and then he changes and he keeps talking and talking, and you know, he gets riled up and he's excited and he's starting to get into it and cause a scene, and the sheriff goes up there and grabs his ass and tries to take him off the stage, not for what he's saying, but for how he's saying it and how he's freaking out and how he's, you know. And the guy resists and he pulls away from the sheriff, and another cop grabs him and they take him off and they wrestle him to the ground, and he's still fighting it. You wouldn't feel bad if that guy got tasered because he had it coming. Now this is pretty much what happened to this kid. I don't think they were going to arrest him in the first place. They were just going to escort him out of the building because he's being a douche. But he struggles and he resists and he tries to pull away, and he's saying he's not going anywhere, so they bring in more cops. More cops come. They're trying to tell him to get on the ground because he's resisting, for just trying to be escorted out. I mean, I didn't see them pull out the handcuffs and try to handcuff him right away. They just, you know, kind of grabbed him and escorted him, but he struggled. And then more cops come and they restrain him to the ground, and he's still not, you know, complying, so they shock his ass. Now, do you notice after they shocked his ass, he wasn't saying he's not going anywhere. He got in handcuffs and he stood right up and he walked out. Now, I didn't see him trying to get out after that, so it worked. Now, it was kind of gay for the cops to grab him in the first place because, you know, he was getting riled up, but it wasn't gonna like start a riot in the place. And the reason why people clapped at the beginning, people are saying, oh, one thing that made me really angry is when they grabbed him, people were clapping. You know? Well, you don't understand that people were in line waiting to ask John Kerry a question, and this guy's just rambling on about dumb shit. So when he got grabbed, you know, it wasn't like the fucking police grabbed him by the head and started punching him in the face and then they started clapping. They were just taking him out of the building, and he started freaking out, and he got what he deserved. Now, I know a lot of people won't like this, and they're probably going to comment, you're a fat piece of shit, and vote it 1. Well, you know, that doesn't help their case. I'm just, you know, calling it as I see it.